Do not underestimate the power of green juices. Pure green organic juices is good for the body. The reason being is the pure nutrients this green juice has and low fat. Right, this is a vlog I'm making in particular to do with trolling. People who are affected by trolls on YouTube channels or social media channels. I must say that if you ever get a message from a troll on your channel, just ignore the troll. My diet, my channel is health, meditation and boxing, which involves eating, fitness, but also your mental state. The type of comments I make is based on my personality, and I think they're normal to me. Each have their own way of commenting on the YouTube media and should be allowed to do it freely so long as they're not offending people. On YouTube channel, I'm getting a few trolls on the channel for 8 miles from home, and the person called himself Irish Fighting Warrior of the Wasteland, Jamie Brody, Sabby D. He sounds like Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo, right? And I'll say Jamie Brody is like something out of Jaws, like the shark hunter. If you remember Chief Brody who hunted the shark, I call him Jamie Brody. But let's cut this long story short. Basically, the reason why I made this video is this latest YouTube troll called John Kelly, who thinks he's offending me and also thinks his comments are affecting me. I'm sorry to say that you're not affecting me because my mind is too powerful for you. You go and drink some green juices, right? Get some green juices, try to eat and stay raw vegan. Try a raw vegan diet, try run 8 miles, try and get in a boxing ring at the spa, and try and deal with the many tough things that I've had to deal with in life, and you'll see why a comment does not affect me. The only thing I can say with a comment, what it does to a channel, it's like you're in a forest or in a house, and you know the house fly, we get a blue bottle or green bottle, and the flies just buzz around, bzzz. You're just like an insect fly. I'm going to show you what I've got for you. You stay there, I'll show you what I've got for you. Like I said, a troll is a fly. A common housefly, that's a pest. So all you do to common houseflies is you get a can of fly spray and you simply spray. That's what you do to common housefly. Just spray them until they're gone. Now we're on a YouTube channel, which is a social media, which obviously is a different thing. So what you do, you just block the troll. Press block or report them. But with me, I know the time it takes a troll to set the channel up is a lot longer than what I take to press block on the channel. So troll, you're wasting your time. The reason why I answer the messages and reply to the troll, it's a thing I do with my personality. I tend to experiment with trolls on channels and people who are nasty to find the inner depths of themselves and wonder why they do this and send nasty messages to people on a channel. It's so easy to be nasty on a channel. Why can't these trolls just be nice on the channel and continue being nice? And the main thing is with people who respond to these kind of trolls is a warning that you can get sucked in and sort of drawn to their level, even though you're not on their level. But it, like Jamal said on 8 Miles From Home, it could look bad with you arguing with them on social media, especially if you wish to go further in life and progress yourself. Wasting time arguing with trolls is simply pointless. My mind, I've got many things to do in my life, my career, my training, to be dealing with trolls. But still, my career involves health and fitness, state of mind, and also understanding people. Although I like being on my own, Laura and myself are very much similar to Jamal and Sasha. We don't hang around too many people and too many friends. We do not like crowds too much. We tend to spend a lot of our time together on working on our business, what we're doing. Okay, so we're not a crowd people. We don't like noise. We don't like confrontation. We like nature, and we like tranquility, and we like peace. And this is the main reason why I watch 8 Miles From Home channel. It gives me a lot of peace of mind, and I like the thinking, the way Jamal thinks, and Sasha, the way they work as a team, their family, and now they've got the birth of the baby. I do admire the way they think. It's very similar to the way I was when I was younger. But the only difference with me is I had the wrong woman, which was very challenging, on for divorce, etc. And now I find a woman which is the best in my life ever. Laura and I, we're soulmates and the best ever. So all these trolls, why don't you just try and go and get a girlfriend first? First thing you need to do is go and get a girlfriend, go and find a woman. Sorry I said that on the channel, but go and find something to do with your life. If you need help, I'm here to be your friend, but if you send comments which are stupid, I'm not going to answer them. So you are going to be on your own for now. But the experiment was there, and only by answering the comments on Jamal's channel. But the only thing with that, like I said, is if you reply to a comment on someone else's channel, it makes a mess of their channel, because while you're replying to the comments, you have a string of comments on the channel you are watching, and it makes it look bad. So I've looked at it, and I thought there's got to be a stop. Like I said, it's going to end up like the Wastelands, because there's this person who calls himself Irish Fighting Warrior of the Wastelands, Perkins. It's absolutely ridiculous. I've never heard of such nonsense on YouTube, and I've got to admit, it does make me laugh when I get comment from these people, like the last one I got from John Kelly, who's the same person, Irish Fighting Warriors of the Wastelands. They're all the same person. I just laughed. They think they're offending me and think they're sticking one in, but believe me, your comments are just making me laugh. And like I said, you're just a fly, and you'll be dealt with fly spray. You can't comment on my channel, so I've blocked you. So you're wasting your time. So your mentality is like the size of a pea brain. So go and hunt some sharks and just leave Jamal and Sasha's channel alone. And anyone who has this problem, who is deeply affected by someone who trolls them, just think about what you have. Think about your life, think about yourself. If you've got a partner, you've got your happiness. Think of what you got. A troll cannot take away what you have. And that's what they try to do. They try to get on the channel and they try to they look at your comments or something you have and they just stab on in and they wait for a reply from you, and that's what they feed on. They feed on your reply. But with me, I knew this. I was 100% conscious of myself replying to these comments of the troll, but I was doing it as an experiment to see how far they'll go, and also to expose their character and to see how many channels this particular troll was going to open up. And so I found the character of this troll is the same person. By reading his comments on the channel, he's the same person. Do not underestimate the power of green juices. Watch many channels, health channels on YouTube. Watch my channel. And now watch Jamal and Sasha, the way they're eating. They're eating phenomenal food. The way they're eating now has really impressed me. They're going to live longer. They're going to be stronger. Their baby's going to be healthy, because all this meat you're eating, number one, they inject the cow with hormones, growth hormones. They inject the cow with antibiotics, and all these antibiotics and growth hormones are passed on to you, the consumer. Now, listen to this, and it's a very good tip. Whenever you're shopping, try and shop in the small farms. Do not shop in the huge supermarkets, such as Tesco, or these big commercial supermarkets, because their food, most of their food, are produced for the mass market, and it is massively produced, and it's fast produce, where there's not so much care taken like a farm. On a farm, it's produced small scale, where the food is picked from the ground. Like say for instance, organic potatoes, they look dirty with all the mud in them. That's what you want. Carrots which looks not perfect, not shiny. You do not want an apple which looks polished, where you can see your face in it. You get an apple like that, you just chuck it. You want an apple which looks normal. A normal apple. You want bananas. If you eat bananas, make sure your bananas are ripe properly. Got a few brown marks on them. That's what you want. The natural sugar, the natural carbohydrates and potassium. Okay, so food, you want to eat food naturally and not from packets. Try and incorporate a lot of raw food in your diet. If you eat cooked foods, try and eat lightly cooked foods. Don't cook all the nutrients out and throw them. Okay, so if you want to be healthy, okay, listen to this tip from me. I'm age 55, okay, I don't feel my age, I'm still fit, young, I'm 55, my partner's 28, there's no difference in between the two of us, my mind, mentally and physicality. The only thing I suffered was my car crash when I got hit at 85 miles an hour by a drunk driver, and because I did boxing all my life and very tough, I took the hit. If it wasn't for my physical training, I would have been killed instantly. So your mind is the most powerful thing, your mind, before any muscle or your body. If the mind is gone, the body goes flop. Try and look for channels on YouTube that inspire positive thinking, like 8 Miles From Home. Try and watch channels that inspires calmness, like 8 Miles From Home. There's other channels on YouTube, quite a few of them. You look and you'll see. When you watch a channel, you'll know how you feel. There's some channels you watch and you feel depressed because there's too much gloom and doom, like the news, etc. And there's some channels you'll see pure beauty, like nature channels, photography channels of your interest. So I congratulate Jamal and Sasha on their little baby girl. The girl looks a lot like Jamal. I can see some of Sasha in there as well. I'm so glad you got your child out. Laura and I, after our travel, we're going to travel to Bali, Australia, New Zealand and Thailand, and we'll be away for 3 months out of the UK, and when we come back we're going to try for a child. I've had 3 children before with a failed marriage, and it's another thing, if anyone meets a partner, you've got to meet someone who's on your level, because the partner I met, I was warned by my father, and when I was age 21, he says, do not go with this woman. He warned me. I was young. I said, Dad, it's my life. I was age 21, and the partner I went with was an ex-prostitute, hooked on drugs, glue sniffing, took Valium, and was carrying a baby in her stomach, which I then took on. I saved the baby, and how I saved the baby, I took her off the Valium, I took her off the glue sniffing, I took her off the lighter gas inhalation, I took her off the alcohol, I took her off all the other stuff she took, the weed and drugs, gave her good food. I was spending around £300 a week on her to get her off the drugs and everything. I don't know what got into my head, but I done it. It's in my nature, I feel, to help people, so I helped her. When she found out what sort of person I was, she cried, and she cried on my shoulders, and she said she messed her life up or whatever, and I would just tell her, forget what she's done, I'm going to help her. So I helped her, and adopted a daughter. I named her Maxine, and then I had 2 more boys. And then I had the hardest life a young man can ever have, because she was non-domesticated, didn't want to cook. It was unbelievable, difficult life. If I go to work, I come back to a rat's nest, a very dirty home. I couldn't cope, it messed me up. I went through 16 jobs. I could never aspire to a high career job. And mentally, I was mentally damaged, sort of suffering in depression. Alcohol depression, in depressive state throughout a relationship, because I had high hopes of a relationship, just like any man would. You want a normal woman, a normal wife. But I don't blame her, I blame her parents from what she had, the reason why she was the way she is. So in this life you have to forgive, but obviously you can't forget. But I've got my partner Laura now, and she's the one in my life, and I've got hopes and a good future with her. So there have been obstacles with her, but we've got past those obstacles, and we're well on our way to being successful as a couple. And like I said, health is not all about food and diet. Health is about the people that surround you, your happiness, being stress-free, your ability to think and shut out any bad negative vibes, stay positive, being able to have a woman in your life, if you do choose one, that is balanced and think along the same terms as you, to be kind, not to be cruel, because I feel, and if you're cruel, it's going to come back to you. Just be nice, but also stand up for yourself. There's times when you can be kind and too kind, and the bully or whatever consume you. So it's a matter of you being very smart. And when you're very smart, you can destroy any bully, you can destroy any confrontation by being smart. I'm going to give you an example. You have America and you have Russia. Both super nuclear powers. If they both go to war, lose their cool, you have the end of mankind. But if they think and work together, you have the best for humanity. I think human beings need to think and need to work together with each other and not against each other. This is not always possible because we are different in personalities, we're different in needs, for our wants and needs, and we're just different cultures, different people. Me, I'm born in the UK, I consider myself English, and this is how I am. I'm English. My parents come from the Caribbean, in St. Lucia, and I've got a bit of Caribbean in me, in the way I eat my food, which is good, healthy eating, athleticism. But my thinking, I tend to think more along an Englishman, because this is how I was born. I'm born in the UK, and this is my country. My country is the UK. If you ask me where am I born and which country I consider my own, I consider the UK as my country. My mum St. Lucia is her country, but St. Lucia is my second country where my parents come from. But because I've been most of my life in London, in the UK, travelled the length and breadth of this country, from Cornwall, Scotland, Wales, Cumbria, Lake District. I've done it so many times, backpacked up the hills, climbed all the mountains. I consider myself. Like I said, one last note for the troll. What's your name? John Kelly. I've got nothing against you. There's nothing you can do to offend me. It doesn't matter what you do or say on YouTube. And that's all the trolls I've written down. You're wasting your time, okay? You're wasting your time. Go and find Chief Brody from Jaws, hunt some sharks. You'll have a better time doing that. And now I'll say to the trolls, go and get some green juices, or you'll end up in the wasteland. The wastelands. Thanks for listening, and I hope you destroy the trolls. You get the fly spray when they come along, and you destroy the trolls. If you don't have to use this, don't use it, because this destroys the atmosphere. Ozone, CFCs. But if it's an emergency, use the fly spray. The power of green juices. Very powerful stuff. Foods from God, foods of the earth. Do not estimate the power of green juices, fruit and veg, raw food.